Michael Jordan is known for his gravity-defying dunks and redefining the boundary of what seemed to be possible and impossible throughout his stellar basketball career. Now, a jersey worn by him back in the 1998 NBA Finals, a game immortalized in the hit Netflix documentary The Last Dance, has also attracted a jaw-dropping record price of 15 million Australian dollars, 10 million USD, at auction. Here's what we know about the sale. But first, a reminder about our brand new giveaway. We're giving away a PS5 with a copy of NBA 2022 and Madden 22. All you have to do is watch the full video, leave a like, comment the keyword hidden in the video, and make sure you're subscribed. It's that simple. Starting off with breaking records even after retirement. Who says you still need to be in the NBA to keep breaking records? After all, a certain NBA legend has been enjoying retirement for almost 2 decades now, and he's still breaking limits. According to Sotheby's, the sum, which surpassed over twice the initial estimates, set a whole new auction record for an article of game-worn sports memorabilia. The previous highest was $9.28 million for Diego Maradona's shirt worn during the Hand of God game against England during the 1986 World Cup. MJ had worn the jersey during Game 1, ending up scoring 33 points in the losing match against the Utah Jazz. However, he would then lead the Bulls to a brilliant comeback and gain his 6th NBA title ring at the same time. It's one of the only 2 Jordan jerseys worn in an NBA Finals game that ever appeared at auction and is billed as one of the most important items from Michael Jordan's career. Bram Wachter, Sotheby's head of streetwear and modern collectibles, also added that the season itself had been his magnum opus as an athlete and a testament to him as a champion and competitor. Wachter also mentioned that there had been a lot of interest in the jersey in the weeks since they had announced the auction. Not only was there intense excitement from sports fans, but from collectors as well, who were eager to own a rare piece of history. What's more, this isn't the only Jordan memorabilia making headlines. Michael Jordan merch continues to generate headlines into the closing days of summer. According to TMZ Sports, a pair of ticket stubs that had been used by fans to see Jordan's official NBA debut for the Chicago Bulls back in 1984 against what was known as the Washington Bullets at the time are now available at an auction held by Bonhams. One of the tickets also has the phrase "Michael Jordan's first game" written on the front, while the other has it inscribed on the back. Plus, the former NBA star, Dallas Comegys, had also signed one of the tickets for a fan who attended what would ultimately become a historic sporting event. According to Jeff Eisenberg, an unused ticket for Jordan's NBA debut had sold for around $468,000 at that time. Similarly, Bonhams claims that the 2 tickets will be available for bidding from Monday till the 29th of September and could potentially sell for between $200,000 and $300,000. Let's take a look at some other examples of top-selling celebrity memorabilia. Jordan's jersey is just another example of the remarkable boom in sales of celebrity memorabilia in the past years. Back in June of 2019, a jersey that had been worn by the legendary player Babe Ruth between 1928 and 1930 had sold for around $5.6 million at an auction in New York, making it one of the most expensive pieces of sports memorabilia ever sold. However, that record would get smashed 6 months later after the original copy of Pierre de Coubertin's 1892 speech, which outlined his vision for the revival of the ancient Olympic Games, got sold for a stunning $8.8 million. Recently, baseball cards have also been proving to be extraordinarily popular. Take a look at the Honus Wagner T206, for example, which portrays the legendary Pittsburgh Pirates player, aka the Flying Dutchman, and is something that everyone wants. Less than 100 of those cards are said to be in circulation, with the latest of the collection being sold for $7.25 million last month. However, the record for the highest price a sports memorabilia has been sold for still stands at $12.6 million, paid for a Mickey Mantle baseball card. There are still some relatively cheaper bargains for those with pockets still deep enough looking to acquire a memento from one of their sporting idols. Earlier this week, Sotheby's also sold a signed Roger Federer racket used by the legendary tennis star during the 2011 French Open for a modest $50,400, while a pair of Serena Williams signed Nike trainers sold for $5,292. On the other hand, Jordan doesn't just rely on memorabilia sales to rake in the big bucks. Back in 2019, NBA owners Michael Jordan, Jeannie Buss, Wes Edens, Emilia Fazzolari, and Wick Grusbeck launched the Cincoro tequila brand. While they were all once rivals on basketball's biggest stage, when it comes to tequila, it looks like they're all friends. Cincoro announced a brand new blend of its award-winning tequila, Cincoro Gold, on Wednesday. The new blend is geared toward the luxury market and will be available in limited quantities during October and will sell for $349 $9.99 a bottle. Jordan himself promises nothing less than the world's finest tequila, which are strong words from the man who's often referred to as the greatest basketball player to ever live. According to data released by Sincoro, the label has sold over 1.5 million bottles across the U.S. and has won 23 awards in accredited spirit competitions in just the last 3 years. The tequila can be found in every major hotel chain, leading restaurant group, and many of the independent liquor stores found across the country. While brands such as Cuervo, Patron, Don Julio, and George Clooney's Casamigos still control most of the market research carried out by IWSR Drinks showed that Sincoro was among the top 20 brands in terms of retail value contributed to the tequila industry. So far, the liquor's success is proving to be a good investment for all 5 of the owners. The ISWR has also found that tequila has been one of the fastest growing spirits in the U.S. It looks like Jordan will still be making big bucks while sitting back and enjoying his much-deserved retirement. Meanwhile, in other NBA-related news, first up, Boston Celtics coach Ime Udoka suspended after a month-long investigation. According to Wyc Grousbeck, the owner of the Boston Celtics, their decision to suspend the team coach for the entire 2022-23 season came after an investigation led by an independent law firm revealed numerous team policy violations. Both Grousbeck and Brad Stevens, the president of Celtics basketball operations, didn't have much to say about the case or what policies Udoka violated. According to insider sources, Udoka had apparently been having an intimate relationship with a female member of the franchise's staff. Grousbeck also added that the suspension would entail significant financial penalties and that no one other than Udoka was going to be disciplined within the organization because of the investigation. Other than that, both him and Stevens haven't offered any specifics on what had transpired or how the decision had come to be, nor did they ever discuss what it'd take for Udoka to rejoin the team once his suspension ended. Next up, Golden State Warriors Andre Iguodala returning for his 19th NBA season. The Warriors veteran will be returning to play his 19th season in the NBA with the team, as announced by the man himself on an episode of his Point Forward podcast Friday morning. His return will be filling the team's 14th roster spot as they head into training camp. Plus, Iguodala claims that this is going to be his final season. The Warriors had decided to hold on to Iguodala's roster spot for him throughout the offseason, trying not to pressure him into making a decision. Even Iguodala himself admitted that he was retired for the majority of the summer, but after talking to his teammates, team staff members, and his family, he decided it was time to return. He had also returned to Golden State last year to help them win its 4th title in 8 years and to help cement Curry's legacy. Iguodala was ready to hang up his jersey after that, but the Finals MVP told him that he was needed once again. Looks like we know how he responded. And finally, Kawhi Leonard gets cleared for full participation, but the Clippers will still take a cautious approach. It seems that even though the Clippers shooting guard has been cleared to participate completely in the training camp starting next week, his team will be proceeding with a step-by-step caution. Lawrence Frank, the president of basketball operations, said that Leonard's first 5v5 practice will be taking place in camp starting next Tuesday in Las Vegas. Leonard had missed the entirety of last season due to a torn right ACL, which he suffered during Game 4 of the second-round playoff series against the Utah Jazz back in 2021. After training for 3 days at UNLV, the Clippers will be traveling to Seattle, where they'll be playing their first 2 preseason games. However, Frank wouldn't say if Leonard would be playing in the preseason. This season, the Clippers are going to be one of the deepest teams in the league, and that depth is going to help if they feel the need to ramp Leonard back up at a careful pace. That's a wrap for this video. Do you think Jordan's Last Dance jersey is worth $10 million? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.